All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Nap coming out with another lesson, Lord's will, edifying. Okay. Found this article online with Donald Duck. I guess he went to, where did he go? He went to Saudi Arabia. Okay, so he's in the Middle East right now, and he was talking to the president of Syria. And he was talking to, he made an announcement after with Saudi Arabia. I guess he has this deals plan that he created with Saudi Arabia. But he said something interesting that provoked me to even bring him up, okay? It says, U.S. President Donald Duck has announced the removal of all U.S. sanctions on Syria during his state visit to Saudi Arabia. So we know that the president of Syria right now, what did he do? He overthrown Syria, okay? That's a war-torn area. We had wars with Syria back in the day. Ben Haddad, okay? That place has always been, it's just been violent, man. It's always been like that. Damascus, Turkey, all of these areas, man, that's the Middle East, man. It's always been like that. You read the Bible, it talks about that, man. Nothing but wars, man. Okay? And if God loved everybody, why is there so many wars? Why is it the same places where our ancestors used to walk is still like that still to this day? It's never going to have peace until the nation of Israel is in their proper place, man. That's the only time this place is going to have peace. You can't have peace with a warmonger being your president, man. There's no way in hell that's possible. Okay? It's not going to happen. All right? As a matter of fact, now that I said that, let's jump over to the book of Isaiah 48 and 22. Okay? Because we got to let the Bible talk in these last days, because our words, they don't mean anything. Just like your dollar's not backed by anything, your words are not backed by anything if it's not coming out of the Bible. Because this is the gold, this is the precious stones, this is that pure silver. Okay, I actually forgot where I was going, but I'm going to start in the book of Psalms, the 12th chapter, since I said that. Because that's what this word is, man. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 12, and verse number 6. For the words of the Lord Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times. So it's better to have your words backed up by something that's purified 7 times. 7 going into completion. They need to be complete. They got to be complete. They got to get all the impurities out of it. And this book has that, man, through the Spirit. There's typos, there's things that's wrong, misinterpretations of the Bible. Hey, but once you get the proper understanding of it, you realize this thing's pure. It's preserved. Now, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. You'll be like, hey, that's wrong, man. But hey, there's stumbling blocks in here. But for the elect, they can move around this, because ultimately this book is not for everybody. It's for the nation of Israel. Most importantly on this side, it's for the elect. But some of the 2/3, they're going to come in here unworthily. They're going to pick up the Bible and drop the plow. And then they're going to pay for it, because they're misleading the sheep. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that these words are pure, man. Okay? It still doesn't take away from the fact that the Lord made a promise with Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob. It got passed on, and those people who are descendants of those people still exist to this day. And they don't know who they are. And that's all it was prophesied here in this Bible. Okay? That's why it's pure. These are comforting words to the elect, because now they're going to get back their nationality. Now they're going to know who they are in the last days. They're going to be prepared for the battle. Okay? They're not going to be walking around not knowing who they are anymore and believing what this damn devil told them their whole life. They're going to drop that, and they're going to pick up this, which is their sword. All right? It's the book of...
Oh my God, yo, all day long.
It's the book of Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Okay, and that just means a long time. It's going to burn for a very long time. But He's going to do what he did with you in the past. He saved you out of the hands of Pharaoh in ancient Egypt. Well, you're in modern day Egypt, and he's going to save his elect on this side too. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 13. It says, therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. Okay, he didn't show us favor here in the land of Babylon, America. Is it being shown favor when you came here in 1619 on slave ships? That's not favor from the Lord, man. You might think, hey, you know, how does the Lord love us? If he put us on slave ships, we had to jump off and get eaten by sharks. We didn't want to come here. That was against our will. Well, you kindled that fire with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but not obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments. And if you want to keep kindling the fire, he's going to put your ass to death again. All right? Whether you hear or forbear. This is the book of Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will no more, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Yeah, he brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, man. But what was happening in Egypt? What was happening to these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? They were in slavery. And guess what? You're in slavery again today, according to Baruch 3 and 8. I'll grab it. In case you don't, you know, you might not have your Apocrypha on you. Okay? And I'll get back to the article before I forget. But I got to make this point. This is why I'm out here. Not to wake up those who already got the word. No, we're here to wake up those who don't got this. The feeble knees, and the shaky hands. That's who we trying to wake up. You know? Who knows? Some of the elect might be old right now, man. They need to hear the word. Some of the elect might be young. Not everyone's in their youth, man. Okay? It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3, and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which despised, which departed from the Lord our God. So they departed from the Lord, man. He didn't leave you, you left him. That's what that's saying. And you're yet this day in your captivity from because of your departure. Okay, so you got to return. And Baruch tells you that too. Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. Be of Salakia. Y'all start, yep. Baruch 4 and 27. 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Heavenly Father, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. So now that he's revealing himself unto you, seek him 10 times more, because there's more than just knowing his name. There's more to it, man. It's the prophecies you have to understand. You got to understand who you are according to the Bible too. But there's prophecy that's being fulfilled, man. You got to seek him 10 times more. He's going to reveal his name unto you, and then he's going to reveal this Hebrew unto you, and that's going to help you navigate who your teachers are, man. There's a bunch of teachers from the nation of Israel trying to feed the flock, feeding the sheep in these last days, like they're commanded to do, like he told Peter to do. Peter is who in the Bible is King David, man. All right, the house of David need to be waking up in these last days. It's not the house of Saul, even though Jonathan's from the house of Saul. But we know he made a covenant with David, so he's out of the house of David too. So some of y'all gonna come out of that 2/3 way of thinking, man. You're gonna come and get this knowledge. But, you know, Israel's rebellious and stiff-hearted, so it's gonna take some time. The more these judgments start coming out, the more you're gonna start examining yourself. That's what you're supposed to do anyways. It don't matter what group you're in, what belief you believe in, you gotta be examining yourself, whether you be in the faith. And if you're not examining yourself, then you'll never come to the conclusion that you've been going off. All right? And if you never examine yourself, or you never have that right, proper understanding of the Bible, man, it's because you're a reprobate. All right? You're void of judgment. You lack understanding. And you're going to continue walking in the dark like the rest of this world. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 15. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Yeah, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. What land of the north could that be talking about? It's talking about here in America, man. Don't they call this North America? He brought up the children of Israel. When did he take the children of Israel out of the land of the north? When did he take them out of here, man? Like he did in ancient Egypt. Wouldn't that be documented? Wouldn't they look how marvelous of a exodus you had out of Egypt, man? He split the whole Red Sea for you. Now he gonna split the sky. He gonna kill this damn devil. Well, he gonna destroy his kingdom and he gonna round them up into captivity. How beautiful is that? And from all the lands whither he had driven them. So there's more than just Israelites in the land of the north. There's Israelites all over the world. Some of them come in the form of looking like small hats, man. Some people, my actual landlord think I'm a small hat, man. I never wore a small hat before. You never see me with a Talmud before. But he lacks understanding. You a small hat, you should know that Jacob is a descendant of Israel. I mean, who the Israelites are, man. That being Jewish don't mean just Jewish. No, you supposed to, that means you saying you Judah-ish? That don't make no sense, right? That's what he's saying he is, man. He's sort of like Judah. He can't say he's like Judah because when you read the scriptures, let me grab it. He don't meet the credentials. Okay? He don't meet it, man. Book of Hebrews chapter 7 verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. Yeah, Judah wasn't known for being priests. The Levites were known to be priests. But we know that Yahweh Shai is definitely our intercessor, man. He's the high priest, man, according to the Melchizedek. Okay, the priesthood of Melchizedek. Okay, he's our high priest. He's on the right hand of the Most High, intercessor for us, man. And he told you in John, the 17th chapter, he's only praying for the elect. If you can receive it, man. Lord's will be a part of that number. And that's the only ones we praying for, man. Somebody asked me, can you pray for me? Hey, you wouldn't have to ask that if you were doing what you need to do. Okay, because the elect get, hey, this is what we do this for. This is what we're making a body a living sacrifice for. Here it is, you right in front of who you should be asking and inquiring about the Lord, and you have no questions about the Lord. So, hey, man, the Lord ain't thinking about you. He don't want you praying for no wicked 2/3 Negro. He ain't hearing those prayers anyway. So even if I did it, all I'd be doing is wasting my time, man. All right? That's all I'd be doing, just wasting breath. When I could be using that breath to edify the church. Okay? Jeremiah 16 and verse 15. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So their fathers are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They never lived over here in America. Okay? But their descendants did because they went off and they need to go back to their land. Okay? That's important for the elect. They understand this. Because being under rulership, being under this damn devil, you can't have anything here. He gonna take it all away from you. You build some stocks up, what does he do? He splits the stocks. So he inflates the stock price, man. Okay, so you can't trust in the stock system. He's majority owner of the stock, so whenever he wants to cash in, guess what? You lose all your money. You'll be sitting around with stocks while he got majority of the money. And you're gonna have a penny, just like when you put your money in these banks. What do they give you? They only give you a penny, man, for your savings account. And who runs the banks? Who runs that system? Who's taking your hard-earned money that gets direct deposited into these banks and have Israelites protecting it with their life to give you a penny? It's laughable. He's laughing at you. Okay? And then you got people over here trying to bring people to Jesus Christ, man. You're a fool if you believe the so-called white man is going to save you, man. He's not. He's going to persecute you. He's going to put you to death. Okay? And we keep trying to tell you, but you don't want to listen. Jeremiah 16 and 16, behold, I will send for many fishers. And that's what we're doing. We're fishing. I'm casting out a line on the internet to see who got ears to hear and eyes to see. Okay? That's what this works for. Not everyone got ears. You got ears, you got eyes, but you don't see and you don't hear the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You don't understand the judgments that's going on out here. And you're going to see it soon when these famines and these pestilences come. Okay? You're going to see it when your ass can't get nothing to eat out of these damn stores. Okay? And it's prophesied to happen. It's not had nothing to do with Donald Duck, man. It has nothing to do with him. He don't know what the hell he's doing. The Lord's controlling him. See, you would understand that if you understood Proverbs 21:1, but you don't know it. Okay, the scriptures say, my eyes shall see my teacher, man. Your teachers, you think your teacher's in the classroom, but the class is out here on these highways and hedges, according to Proverbs, the 1st chapter. But who's listening? Nobody. But you look at the so-called white man, he don't even want to be a man no more. He look like a damn woman. Ripe for the taking. And these other nations are watching you so-called white people look like damn homosexuals out here. And he's like, you know what, maybe it's time to put them to death now, when they're at their weakest. You just passed a transgender bill. He don't even want you in the military. Hey, majority of y'all are in his military. Didn't y'all want to get those plastic surgeries so you can look like women? Didn't you want to do that? That's why they joined the military in the first place, under Biden. That's why a lot of these men out here look like women, man. Don't be fooled by these if it's dead, especially if he's red. Better watch out. I know y'all love these white girls so much, you better be careful. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, and I'm fishing. And I'm fishing for the elect of Israel. I'm putting out bait, putting it on the internet. It's for them to hear the word, man. It's not for you to hear the word. You don't care about the word. You don't care about the Lord. You only care about your vain lust, your vain understanding of this world, man, which was given to you by Esau Edom. That's why you call yourself something outside of this Bible. Iran know they go back to Persia, but you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you think you're black. That came back in 1988, man. I was born in 1988. But y'all were here before 1988. You wanted to go back to being a Negro? What's going on here? You go back to Scipio Africanus, a so-called white man? What about Abargo Vespucci? Maybe that's your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. No, there's no blessing that comes with being genetically, genealogically connected to Esau, man. I know you want to be him so much. That's because of oppression. But he got his day. He do got a blessing, and it's a curse. He's gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, and you're gonna be holding hands with him when these missiles come. Shame on you. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord. Yeah, there should be many fishers, but it's really only a few. What's scattered everywhere. Everyone should be right now fishing for the elect, because it's gonna help the whole, even you heathen, man. This is gonna be in your benefit too. This is your benefit that when the righteous are in authority. You look up that word authority, it says to make great. Isn't that what Duck is campaigning on? Making something great? He ain't making this place great, because the wicked, they can't make anything great. They can only destroy. The greatest achievement he ever created was his thermonuclear missiles, and we're waiting to see how that's going to make this place great. Because it is going to make it great, because it's one step closer to us being delivered. So, but it's his destruction. So that's the only thing that's going to make this place great, is utter destruction. Jeremiah 16:16. And they shall fish them, and after I will, and they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters. So it's going to be more than just talking and bringing out the Bible, man. You're going to be hunted. Okay, he's gonna be sending for many hunters. Esau's a cunning hunter, man of the field. Well, Jacob's gonna be a hunter too. And Jake, he can beat you on the basketball court, he can beat you in boxing, but in all actuality, he really just wants the so-called white man so badly, man. In his spirit, it's not enough to just dunk on you, man. It's not enough to cross you up and make you look foolish, man. It's not enough to be walking around with a so-called white woman anymore, man. That's just getting played out. She's getting played out. She's suffering the curses. According to Deuteronomy 30:7, man, because she want to be with Jake so badly, she's willing to go and catch some of these curses to be with him. She don't even want to be with you, Esau. You got all the money, all the top jobs in Babylon, but the stock market's gonna crash. So what is your What are your skills going to teach you when it's time to come? All you know is death. That's your hope. According to Job. Job said your only hope is death. Let me grab that. It's the book of Job 11 verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. So that's your hope, man, to give up the ghost. That's your spirit. Because you're not going to try to endure until the end. That's not inside of you. You ain't got no faith. Our hope is to endure until the end. And your hope is death. You following this damn devil, man. You're silly. Jeremiah 16:16. And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Because that's where you're going to be going. Out of the holes of the rocks. You're going to be hiding just like those small hats were doing in New York not too long ago that y'all don't want to talk about anymore. They were going through your storage system like a rat. They probably got different shit like that over here. There's plenty of situations online where they're finding houses with catacomb tunnels underneath it. P. Diddy was one of them. Okay, P. Diddy's going through court right now, and that nigga is sick in his head, man. Cassie's exposing this devil, the type of shit he was into. You know, he's disgusting. And he deserved what's coming to him, and you deserve what's coming to you, Esau. Because that's who I'm talking about, man. I can sit here and get on Israelites all the day long, man. But I don't really care about you Israelites out there, man. You want to sit here and believe in what you believe in. You want to believe the MOTB is a fucking embargo. And believe it. Believe what you want to believe, man. There's plenty of brothers doing videos on things like that, man. You ain't accepting the rebuke. That's on you. Jeremiah 16:17, for my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. So he sees what you're doing. Esau, 2/3, Israel, that won't repent. He sees what you're doing, man. Okay? But let me get back to this article, man. Because we see what you're doing, Esau. This devil sent his ass all the way over there to Saudi Arabia. He also expressed willingness to strike a deal with Iran there, while warning Tehran against its pursuit of nuclear weapons. Why would they not pursue nuclear weapons? That's part of the prophecies. Okay? The Medes and the Persians. Didn't they take ancient Babylon down while you drinking out of the vessels? Well, that's what's going to happen to you again. He's going to take you down while you over here partying, fulfilling Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. That's what you're doing. Everyone's happy you nailed a 90-day tariff deal with China. Everyone's clapping it up. Bitcoin's over 100,000 again. People are happy all over again. They got 90 days of this euphoria. What's going to happen after that? Back, slap, boom. Now it's called a power bomb, a love bomb. That's what a narcissist does to somebody they don't know. They give them a bunch of gifts and then get you all excited for them. And then what? He reneges ever since then, man. But he gonna toss and turn you. That's what he's gonna do because the Lord's controlling him. He ain't got control over what he's doing down here. Stop building your nuclear bombs. Well, the Lord said these bombs are coming over here. All that bend the bow. Let me grab that. So it's not up to him in these vain, your vain words. Jeremiah 50:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon around about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Exactly, she has sinned against the Lord. They didn't call him a he. It called her a she. That's talking about America. America's a woman, man. This is a queendom. Okay? And that's why Esau got in the same way matter the ruler is the same as the people. So he's the queen of Babylon, man. Because inwardly we know he's not upright. He's crooked in all his ways. He's the serpent. He's on his belly. He can't stand upright and be bold and tell you face to face how he's feeling about somebody, man. He can't be bold as a lion. The wicked, they flee from things like that. They do everything in darkness. But the Lord has it the opposite, man. He has his men out here on the highways and hedges. They ain't hiding anywhere. Your eyes shall see your teacher. They shouldn't be hidden in a corner anymore. Nobody's hiding from this damn devil, man. He got plenty of room to take a 500-yard shot at you if he wants to. It's all up to the Lord. We making our body a living sacrifice, man. Okay? You're going to lose your life trying to keep it. Okay? Lord's will, you understand. Jeremiah 50:29 called together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done unto her. For she have been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. She's been proud, speaking great things, blasphemous. Okay, and the Lord's going to use these different nations to build that bomb up. They don't even need to build a bomb. They're allies with Russia. They can just get a bomb. Matter of fact, Qatar just sent over a big ass airplane for you, Duck. And you accepted it like a fool. That might be the biggest nuclear bomb ever created. And you took it thinking you just came up $400 million. What a damn fool. What a damn fool, man. If that shit blow up, man, hey, Barakateh Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's called a Trojan horse, man. You don't take gifts, especially if you getting shot at, man. You don't take gifts, man. Come on, man. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. He's a fool. He's a damn fool. Jeremiah 51:3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Your host is your army. Okay? They're not going to regard children. It has to be silver, gold. They're not going to regard all that shit. Look what's going on with these Palestinians. They're blowing up high schools and hospitals. I thought there was a Geneva Code. They're not following it. So why would you expect the enemy to respect the Geneva Code? That don't make any sense. Right? It don't make any sense. 2nd Ezra 16:13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Exactly. So when they get shot over, they go up and then they fall. And where they gonna fall? They're gonna fall on Idumea, according to Isaiah the 34th chapter. Who's Idumea? Where's Idumea? Who's an Idumean? It's you so-called white people, man. And this is where y'all at. Okay? Y'all are the Edomites, according to the Bible. Okay? And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all are the Israelites, according to the Bible. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. You got your heritage back. Now do something with it. Go store up some treasures in heaven, and hopefully you can make it through this tribulation that's coming. Okay? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. I gotta get back to the article before I forget, but I gotta make my point, and then I'm off. Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Who's the Medes? The Medes are the Russians. And who's them? He's talking about America. He's gonna stir them up. Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Okay, just like your eye is not sparing children. Now, these are American-made bombs that Israel's shooting off. Patriot system, made here in the U.S. The ATACMS missiles that were shot in Ukraine, those are U.S.-made missiles. They didn't even do anything, by the way. Okay? Ultimately, it's because the Lord, they didn't want them to do anything. You're not going to have any success if the Lord don't want you to have it. It's not up to you. Esau knows this, man. But he's the devil. He's supposed to deceive you. And guess what? You've been deceived. That's why you don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Isaiah 13 and verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? Destruction, man. He overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. And he's going to overthrow Babylon the same way, but with thermonuclear missiles. Same result, destruction. Isaiah 13 and 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. And he's over there with the Arabian right now, giving deals and giving out threats. He's giving he's giving Saudi Arabia a bunch of arms deal. Yeah, I'm gonna invest in your arms, man. Here's some weapons and shit like that. But Tehran, you better not make any weapons. Here it is. I'm funding your enemy with a weapons deal, and I'm telling you, don't make any weapons. That's foolishness. You call that foreign policy? That's stupidity. No, matter of fact, okay, if I'm from Iran, hold on, he's literally funding my enemy. We better hurry up and make this missile so we can blow them to smithereens and fulfill Isaiah the 13th chapter. Because thus saith the Lord. He's stirring up the spirit of the Medes and the Persians. According to Ezekiel the 38th chapter, man. He's going to be a guard unto them. So ain't nothing you can do about it, Esau. Even though those Edomites over there, those Russians are Edomites too. But they got work to do. And Moab too. This is the book of Isaiah 21 and split. Isaiah 21 in verse 2. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. That's you, Esau. You a treacherous dealer. Okay, you're going around dealing treacherously. And everybody knows it. They're willing to risk their life to develop a nuclear bomb to destroy your ass. Go up, O Elam, besiege, O Media. All the sighing thereof have I made to cease. Exactly. Go up, O Elam, besiege, O Media. Elam is talking about those Persians. Okay, they go back to Elamites in the Bible. At one point, they ran this whole world. They had 120 provinces. They were bigger than the United States. And look what the Lord did to them. Now they're trying to scrap up some pieces to build a nuclear bomb. Asking for permission. But ultimately, the Lord's allowing them to have it to fulfill prophecy. Okay? Because that's what this book is for, man. It's full of prophecy. Okay? And not everyone is going to get it. You talk to Esau about this, man. He think everything's going to be all right. As long as Duck can talk shit about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Esau's in his place. But as soon as he can't do that anymore, he's scared, man. He don't know what to do. He needs that pride, man. Because without his pride, it's all shame. It's all shame, man. Killing kids, blowing up hospitals, killing people, smallpox, blankets. You know, false, just lies, stealing, rob, stealing, and killing, man. At the highest level, highest degree. And then he want to point the finger at you. You call China a bunch of drug dealers. You get in the ambulance today. They watch what they put in your arms, man. Give you the same shit he's supposedly fighting up against. It's stupid, man. It's hypocritical. He's a hypocrite. According to what's that, Job? You a hypocrite, Esau. And we see your shit, man. You're an actor. You're literally an actor. And you're being exposed for a horrible job at acting. But it's because we know the script. So now we know that you're not even good at acting. And you're a hypocrite. We see what the Lord got you doing, man. This is the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse In verse 4, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphant of the wicked is short? See, we knew this at one time, man. That the triumphant of the wicked is short. We wouldn't want to be wicked. Imagine you're a son of God, man. You probably look at wickedness the way that nowadays people look at righteousness. Same way you see me up here teaching the Bible, I probably look like a madman to you. But hey, you look in the past, y'all wicked look. We wouldn't want to follow that way because we knew that was going to end to us being destroyed. So it's the same thing. Job 20 and verse number 5, the triumphant of the wicked is short. And who's the wicked? Wicked is Esau, Edom. Malachi 1 and 4. Malachi 1 and 3 says, and I hated Esau. So how does God love everybody? Yeah. What's his name though? Is it Jesus? He pointing at the sky. What's up there? It's your car, man. Job 20 and 5, the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Yeah, we used to know that, man. The joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. It's fun flying around the world, pointing your finger, selling guns, causing all types of chaos. But that's just going to come to an end. It's going to end short. He know he got about a short time, according to Revelation, the 12th chapter. And we can see he got a short time. Okay? Because look how he's moving. The whole peace deal in Ukraine didn't work. They're supposed to be going to Istanbul to agree to a peace deal agreement, but Putin said he ain't going over there. He said he was initially going to go, then the Lord, the Lord don't want him to go over there. And then now Zelensky saying he ain't going over there. Trump saying he ain't going over there. Oh, I thought y'all supposed to meet in Turkey. I guess nobody's going to go make this peace deal. Book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Just like every other kingdom is going to come to an end, man. You don't see it coming, but it's coming, man. You think the Lord gave us this knowledge so we can just stand on street corners yelling at you so-called stupid-ass Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to keep following the Lord? No. He's doing that because that's what he did of old. He raised up a prophet, and what he had, just like he brought him out of Egypt. Just like it said in Jeremiah the 16th chapter, he gonna bring us up out of here, man. But how did he bring us out of Egypt? Didn't he raise up Moses and Aaron? Yeah, he did. Let's get that. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The book of Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So that's what they did back then. Okay, that's what the prophets did. They prophesied against many great kingdoms, man. And ain't nothing better than Babylon the Great. This is it, man. 2 Chronicles 36 and 15. I'll start at 14. Moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. And the Lord Yahweh, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. So he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. Dwelling place is Jerusalem. But we understand that Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, and it's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the fact that you woke up today and you're still walking around, shopping around, driving around, not listening to the Lord, is because he got compassion. And his messengers are those who are actually coming out here with the proper understanding of the Bible to feed you according to his knowledge, like it says in Jeremiah the 3rd chapter. Okay? But you ain't getting it. He showing you he ain't lied. He said he's going to prepare a table in the midst of your enemies, and that's what he's been doing. Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 15, and I will give you pastors according to my heart which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. But you ain't getting it, man. You ain't got those ears to hear and eyes to see, like we said. Okay, you ain't getting it. It's like a baby when you try to feed him vegetables. He keeps spitting it up because he wants candy, and that's what y'all are doing. Y'all like babes that don't want to eat what you're supposed to eat. Okay, you don't want to eat the pulse. Jeremiah 23:4, and I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Yeah, you lacking, man. Just like those Chicago people be saying when they ain't got a gun on them. You ain't got your sword on you, man. You lacking too. It's the same thing. But you lacking spiritually. And that's the only way you're going to make it through this battle, man, because this is a spiritual battle. A gun ain't going to save you during a famine, during the pestilence, during robot dogs and robots coming at you house to house. Your little 380, 357, you might even have an AR-15. It's not going to help you in those last days, man. All right? Because ultimately the Lord's not dealing with you. 2 Chronicles 36:16, but they mocked the messengers of the Heavenly Father and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. So there's no remedy, man. We're trying to heal you with the words of the Lord, but you ain't getting, there's no remedy, so put them to death. We don't want to see you suffer anymore, man. It's a mercy kill from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And then maybe you could wake up in your right mind in the kingdom. Okay? But you're going to have your head down for a long time because here in your captivity, you didn't want to exalt the Lord. You were too busy trying to work for Esau Edom. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Exactly. He's spoken by the prophets. Okay? So I don't know what the hell I'm going to say. It's all up to the Lord. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, and that's the archangel, man. Michael is like you don't want to see Michael, man. Okay? Because he gonna fuck some shit up out here, man. Okay? And Michael stand up, you know it's time. It's almost over. The great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And who's thy people? Who are the Heavenly Father's people? It's the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble. And that's talking about Jacob's trouble. Okay, this is what we're talking about. That MOTB, that neural link that they're going to be putting in your forehead or in your right hand. That's what we're talking about. That's what the Bible's talking about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay, that's what it's talking about. That's what you're going to be faced with. So what you going to do? You're going to take it? You probably are if you believe in the so-called white man. If you believe you're going to be raptured up for 7 years and escape all of this, you're going to be taking that MOTB if you have that false understanding in your mind, man. Okay? Daniel 12:1, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. So there was never a time like this ever since there was a nation. When you read the book of Joel, the first chapter, what does he say? Let's read it. Joel 1:1, the word of the Lord that came to Joel, the son of Pethuel. Hear this, ye old men, and give ear, all ye inhabitants of the land. Have this been in your days, or even in the days of your fathers? Yeah, has there ever been a day that your father or your grandparents ever told you about that's worse than the day that the Lord's talking about? That's what he's talking about. Tell ye your children of it, and let your children tell their children and their children another generation. So we're supposed to constantly be telling us, our people, about this day, about the day of the Lord, a day of destruction and death, okay? Not a day of peace and hugging and kissing each other like this damn devil be telling you. Joel chapter 1 and 3, 1 and 4. That which the palmer worm have left, have the locust eaten. And that which the locust have left, the cankerworm eaten. And that which the cankerworm have left, the caterpillar have eaten. So it's just going to get worse and worse. This is just an increase of nothing. It's going to be utterly destroyed. Okay? It tells you about the fanners in the Bible. A fanner is used to make the fire keep going up and up and up. That's kind of like the same idea here. Okay? This place is going to be destroyed, and there's nothing you can do about it. And whatever's left, something else is gonna take that from you too. All the way up, it's like that slow boil of a frog. It just stands in it as you increase the heat, but he doesn't notice that he's being burnt up in it. That's sort of like what it's like. When you see something like a damn digital fiat currency being over $100,000, you know it's almost time for the end. Jeremiah 51:2, so I'll start at 1. Jeremiah 51:1, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. Yeah, he's gonna destroy you with thermonuclear destruction. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about. Exactly, so all these different events that are gonna be coming. You saw it last time your federal before Mr. Patel got in the office, it was another Edomite, he was in your federal government, and he did a 60-minute video telling you that Moab got all different type of, he got malware in all your shit, man. Your whole electrical infrastructure is old and outdated. So it's easily, you could easily tap into that. And by the way, in Arkansas, I probably need to do a video on that. Lord's will. It was it's going into the 15-minute cities, but the reason why I think I need to do a video on that, because I actually picked somebody up that flew in from Arkansas, and this is how the Lord does it, man. He'll be showing you things, man. He be wanting shit set, and he be showing you. And then I saw a video of what they're building in Arkansas, and that's supposed to be the headquarters of Walmart. And this dude was telling me all about it, and they're trying to build some over here too. And what you're seeing in the news is a big push for companies to come back to America so they can build it up. There's a big push for American-made products. There was something in the news where the anchor was going out through the community trying to buy American goods, and they couldn't find shit, man. They could find a couple things, but like they found eggs that were made in America, milk that was made in America, and things like that. But there's other things that didn't show you. There's a lot of stuff that's harder to get that's not made in America. So the reason why I'm saying that is because there's opportunity for entrepreneurs to produce American-made goods, and Walmart's gonna be the face of it, okay? Or they're gonna try to make Walmart the face of it. And by them doing that, they can literally be building up these, fulfilling Isaiah the 16th chapter, where you shall be idle, be fed being idle, which is going into martial law, what's going into these prison camps, man. And they might be building it right in front of your face. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of, that's the midst of the video, but Lord's will, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. It's really up to the Lord if you do anything anyways. But these fanners, okay? When you look in that word fanners, it goes into foreigners. Okay? There's a lot of foreigners here. And there's foreigners from these places that Esau got beef with, man. Iran, all through the Middle East, man. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these Afrikaners that are getting brought over here fuck over Trump too, some way, somehow. Okay? You're gonna send them over here. It ain't nothing good over here. You could set them up. You did that with the Ukrainians during this, when they were fighting the Russians. You brought them over here, treated them very well, very nice. Did that with the Africans. Very well, very nice. Well, guess what? We had to deal with a lot of immigration during this time. So people are already mad about immigration, and they were really mad about Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And here comes some people, hey, there's a lot of Africans here. They might want to get your ass here too. Okay, they might want to get your ass here. You might meet up with somebody, you probably stole their land back over there in Africa, in South Africa. Now you over here, and he's over here, and you might get your ass kicked for that. So the Lord's terrible, man. Ain't no getting away. Ain't no peace for the wicked, man. Don't believe it. Isaiah 48, ain't no peace for the wicked. They think, oh, thank you so much. Okay, we'll see. why the Lord, we want to see why the Lord bring you over here anyways. It might be to stir up Judah. Isaiah 48:22, there is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked. So you ain't gonna come here and think you're gonna live in peace. I hope you don't think that. With inflation going up. See, it's better for you to be in Africa where there's actual natural resources. You might be able to come across a banana or two. Here, there ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Good luck trying to grow something. And if you want to grow something, you better start growing it now. This is the time to start growing your crops. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, there ain't gonna be no food, man. You better start growing your tomatoes and your potatoes and all that shit right now. Okay? Because if not, if that's what you're gonna rely on, and store up your barn right now. Okay? That's what's going on, man. All right. There's the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse number 25. It says, and which of you, with taking thought, can add to a stature 1 cubit? Hold on. That ain't what I'm looking for. Yeah, but which one of y'all can do that? Can you add to your stature 1 cubit? No. Luke 12 and 18. No. Luke 12 and 16. The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully, and he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. So you can grow right now and bestow your fruits. Okay, you can be like this man. And rich is, you want to be rich in food during the time of famine, right? That's what you want to be rich in. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. So he's preparing. Okay, he's gonna build greater. So he can bestow even more stuff, so he can save it. Right? And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. And that's what the Canadian prepper's doing. He's stirring up many goods, man. You got guns, even though the gun laws out there in Canada, they about to revoke all that shit. So now you got all these goods and the Lord's gonna be taking away your guns. You better throw some shit in the ground, man. You better scratch off those serial numbers, man, bury some 357s. And them 6 shots, I mean, you could get an 8-shot revolver. Cause that sucks, cause once you gotta learn how to reload quick with those type of weapons. He probably got all types of AR-15 sniper rifles, hit you from a fucking 4 football fields away. But none of that's gonna save you. But this is the mindset of you preppers. Luke 12 and 20, but the Heavenly Father said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So while you're bestowing your fruits and growing these goods, the elect are gonna eat it. Okay? So you might as well start growing that food now, man. Tomatoes, things like that. Grow those things right now. Okay? So is he that layeth up treasures for himself and is not rich toward the Most High. So you want to be rich toward the Most High. Okay? Because that's the only thing that's going to allow you to get through whatever's coming in the near future. Is if the Lord's dealing with you. And we're going to see who the Lord's dealing with the more these judgments go out. Matthew 6 in verse 33, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Heavenly Father and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Exactly, sufficient of the day is the evil thereof. That's why I try to get this working as much as possible. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. Shit, today might be your last day. What you do? You glorifying Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, or you just living in vain? Ultimately, you was probably just being a damn heathen your whole life. Let's get back in this article before I forget. Okay, because there was a point that I wanted to make. It says, let me just jump down. Actually, it said, I'm gonna jump down. It says, I will be ordering. No, he said the more than a decade-long U.S. sanctions on Syria to pressure the country's former dictatorship are set to be lifted. Yeah, the former dictatorship with al-Assad, whatever the hell his name is, man. This is another dictator. I think he was, I forgot if he was Taliban or what. That wasn't even that long ago, and Duck's already meeting up with him, shaking hands with him. So what does that tell you, man? Open your eyes. There was a whole damn civil war. People were getting put to death. Christians were getting put to death over there. You're not saying anything? He participated in that. Shouldn't that be a war crime? Why is he shaking hands with him? Why is he lifting up sanctions? Why does it look like he's okay with it? You Americans don't have no clue what's going on out there, man. And he got you like that because you're drunk. Okay? That was announced by U.S. President Donald Duck in a speech made at an investment forum held in Riyadh during his 4-day visit to the Gulf. And then didn't he want to change the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of something else? He wanted to do that too, just like he did the Gulf of Mexico. He loved Gulfs, man. Gulf this, Gulf that. Crazy, man. I forgot what he wanted to name it. The Gulf of, the Persians said something about that. Like, you ain't never gonna change that. He wants to change the Persia. I forgot what it was. I don't even want to look at it. I want to finish this article. It says that was announced. It says Trump's first international trip since his return to the Oval Office. I will be ordering the cessation of sanctions against Syria in order to give them a chance at greatness. Okay, so Syria's going to be destroyed. I just want to let you know that. Since he's going to give them a chance at greatness, we're going to see, man. Syria is a good launch pad to go into Iran. So there's going to be great destruction coming from there, man. Okay? If that's what his plan is. Okay? It says, Trump said he made the move at the request of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, whatever the hell his name is, while saying U.S. measures against Syria had now fulfilled their purposes. Yeah, now they fulfilled their purposes when this dude overthrew the Russian-backed leader that was there. Okay? But this dude was killing the Christians that were there too, so is that a conflict of interest? Come on, man. And how did they do that? How could a low-level group like them have the intelligence to overthrow a government that was backed by Russia? You need counterintelligence to do that. That's not something you could do easily. All right? It says, Syria had been urging the U.S. to lift sanctions. Syria has been urging U.S. to lift sanctions since last December following the ousting of the former dictator. Foreign Minister Assad al-Shalabani called Trump's decision a pivotal turning point as Syria enters a phase of reconstruction. Come on, where's the point at? It says on Tuesday, Duck called Iran the most destructive force in the Middle East, vowing it would never be allowed to have nuclear weapons. So how is Iran the most destructive force in the Middle East, man? Are they ethnically cleansing somebody right now? It's called hypocrisy, man. Okay? They're not being accused for the shit that Amalek's being accused for. As a matter of fact, when they bombed Israel, they even told them ahead of time, hey, we're going to bomb you. Hey, that's respect. He didn't do it secretly. He said, we're going to bomb your ass tomorrow, 6 o'clock, missiles are coming your way. Like, what the hell? And then the missile still got through the defense system. And he told you they were coming. And you think he's going to build something to stop this place? Come on, man. This is foolishness, man. It's foolishness. Okay? It says, Trump also said he remains open to diplomacy. Did I skip everything? Yeah, I'll just skip it. Trump also said he remains open to diplomacy with Tehran, saying he's not just condemning Iran's previous choices. He said, this is the point. I want to make a deal with Iran, but if Iran's leadership rejects this olive branch and continues to attack their neighbors, then we will have no choice but to inflict massive maximum pressure, drive Iranian oil exports to zero like I did before. He said, this is Duck, man. He said, I'm gonna do it like I did before. Drive your oil prices to zero, okay? But when you read the book of Maccabees, the 9th chapter, he tells you, man, and when Antiochus went into Persia before he went to go fight with Judas Maccabees, man, he lost, man, and it was shameful. Second Maccabees 9:1, about that time came Antiochus with dishonor out of the country of Persia. So you're gonna be found with dishonor, man. You're probably trying to fund a way to go to war with China. Because he's the one Moab's going around, doing circles around him economically. Right after they left their meeting and he got on his Air Force One fight jet and flew over to the Gulf of the Persian Gulf in Saudi Arabia, okay? Moab's doing making deals with Latin America. Okay, he's doing good deals with Brazil. He's tightening up relations and he's like, listen, we gotta stick together during this time, man. Why is he not doing that? He's making relations worse on the northern border and the southern border. And he wants smoke telling this shit to Persia. Let me read that again. Second Maccabees 9:1. About that time came Antiochus with dishonor out of the country of Persia. For he had entered the city called Persepolis and went about to rob the temple and to hold the city. Whereupon the multitude running to defend themselves with their weapons put them to flight. And so it happened that Antiochus being put to flight of the inhabitants returned with shame. Exactly, he returned with shame, man. Trying to put them to flight. Trying to rob them, man, so he can go fund these other wars that he had up his sleeve. So the same thing's gonna happen to you, Duck, okay? Your best bet, hey, you ain't even got no choice, man. So just hurry, just keep doing it, man. Keep doing it, man. We're gonna keep praising the Lord while you do it, man. All right? What time is it? But I'm gonna end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, Shalom, Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharallah.